Good gravy, that took forever. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta start the recording because I won't be able to see. Man, I hope this works. Hello! Good evening! What time is it? Valentine's! What time is it? Valentine's! What we gonna get? Several ghosts! How we gonna do it? Stream! I spent like 5 minutes at least trying to figure out how to actually do the stomp and clap rhythm along with it, but I've discovered that I'm actually very uncoordinated when it comes to both speaking and doing, clapping and stomping motions at the same time. Especially when things aren't on the beat like they aren't for that. So, voodoo would be an appropriate answer. So welcome to Speed Dating for Ghosts. I assume you guys can see this. Can you see? Can you see it here? Oh wait, I could probably just reload and see the stream myself. Gotta turn on the sound though so I don't actually have to hear my dumb ass. So, I bought this game. It's cut off. Hang on. Why is it cutting off? You should be showing full screen, OBS. What are we gonna do with you? Okay. Let's. Oh, I see. I didn't resize it. My bad. I just assumed it would fit, but no, it didn't. So let's try now. How's that? Obi, come here. Hey, buddy. Come here. Oh, you want to play with the feather. So fierce. So fierce. Okay, so Speed Dating for Ghosts is a game that came out exactly 1 year ago today. It's still cut off? What? Even now? I'm sorry. I can't have streams without technical difficulties. Speed Dating for Ghosts! That's weird. It looks like it's showing up correctly on my screen. Oh, okay. I see what it is. I just hadn't, pushed the update live. I did it on the preview input, and I didn't actually push it to you guys. So this is Speed Dating for Ghosts, which I've been trying to say for the past, like, forever. Came out a year ago today. Happy birthday, Speed Dating for Ghosts. I actually bought it on release day with the intention of playing it for stream, but it didn't cooperate with my operating system, so we ended up playing other stuff instead. But now it's working, and we're going to play it, and I'm very excited about it. The developers seem like very nice folks. They were very helpful whenever I asked them why it wasn't working. And also, this game won an award. It won, hang on. What did you win? The IGF 2019 Honorable Mention for Excellence in Narrative. That's pretty neat. Also, there's plans for more expansions with more Ghost to smooch, but we have to meet the first ghosts first. So, ooh! Maybe that's where the cutscenes, all the bits that you unlock. Now, I will say that this game does deal, like, the game, sorry, I can't talk today. It does deal with death and the topic of death, I think the game's description says, frank discussion of death. So, but I don't think it's gonna be anything, like, horrible. It's just, you know. Yeah, we don't have to smooch them, certainly. We can just, you know, platonically hang out with a ghost if we want. Bro down with a ghost. Anyway, I was immediately taken by this game whenever I saw it in the releases because I liked its weird style and its name and its very concept, so... Oh, hello there. You must be here for speed dating. Oh shit, hang on. I just realized. Could you hear the game? I don't know if you could. Maybe now. See? Tell me if you can hear the game. I've got some jams here in the background. I forgot to change the setting from my headphones. Cool, cool. My name's Fran. Hi, Fran. I run this little operation. Hey, bud. Nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. We get all kinds of ghosts here. So we ourselves are a ghost. Which makes sense since it is speed dating for ghosts. Nice ones, sad ones. A few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. Has it been pretty difficult? I don't know, maybe we'll find out how we die in the course of the game. Oh, but you have to pick a spot and sit. I wonder what these options, like, does this determine anything? I don't know. I have missed eating snacks. I like being alone. I've never met a ghost who didn't need someone. Someone to talk to. You comfy, buddy? To help make sense of all this. I'm doing just fine, thanks! Maybe you're right. You know, I've already forgotten your name. Was it Fran? Anyway, you seem nice. I don't want to hassle you. You're just trying to do your job. That's the spirit! We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Then what? Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. You have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere. The ghost of a Fluffy Doctor would imply that Fluffy Doctor died, and I don't like that. Wasn't he like sort of... he wasn't functionally immortal. He did have the rejuvenative properties in his spring, but he definitely got way wanged up. because he was shedding feathers and all. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds. And at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? I can't wait! Neither can I. First things first, though. The room of palms, the room of liars, the room of black. I'm inclined to say liars. But this is our we have to collectively choose this year. You got it. The room of liars looks a bit like a conference hall. The kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. They left a few balloons behind. Worn plush stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables. In one corner there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water. Alongside, a stainless steel urn for coffee. Almost said yearned. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Some habits never die. A bell rings and a ghost appears. Hey, buddy! Ah! Look out! Oh, God! Sorry. Of course you're a ghost. Well, they all have their little sound effects they make when they talk. Gosh, it seems quiet for me. Hang on. I wonder if I can... Ah! Oh, no! Good. I'll just put your name down. You can go right in. I just hit a button to see if maybe it would pull up a menu. I hit escape and it brought me back to the menu. I was gonna see if I could adjust the volume. Because it's very quiet on my end. I like that our pointer is a little skeleton hand. Sorry. We all are. I'm still not used to this whole being dead thing. What do we say to this nervous chap? This drippy, nervous chap. I'm not used to it either. Nothing prepares you for this life. Except, this isn't life. Post-life? I feel so lost. When I used to have anxiety attacks, I'd focus on my breathing. Listen to my heart beating. Now I can't breathe. I don't even have blood. What does that mean? Hey man, is this a speed dating or like a therapy session? No, I'm just messing with you. It's cool, bud. Don't worry about it. This sort of thing takes time. Why don't I pick what I feel? Alright. Maybe I should. I said I could put you on. I could put you guys on Skype and have you hollered at me. But I'm sorry about your hands. That's terrible. Steps. Yeah. That's a good one. It took me forever just to learn how to walk on solid ground. When I first woke up. After I died. I fell right through my coffin. Through my own body. Down, 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 into the bedrock. Oh man, you fell out of bounds. That is a thing ghosts like to do. I've played enough Mystery Dungeon to know that. It was so dark. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, that's what I said, like, this is a therapy session? What did you do? I seized up. That stopped me from falling. It was like, my whole body became corporeal. Not flesh. Just, like, you know how, if you concentrate, you could pick up objects? Like that. Except, I was the object. And the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there. Stuck in solid rock. How long were you down there? It's hard to say. I didn't know much at that point. I didn't even know I died. That is a good question, if we could hear anything. Let alone what was happening, where I was. Ah! The bell rings. Oh, that was just the bell. Phew. Thank you for listening. Yeah, it sounds spooky. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. Hopefully the other ghosts are as nice as you. Aww! Bye! Bye, Drippy! They do all have names, by the way. We don't learn them till later. I'm guessing. Or maybe some of them will introduce themselves properly. Another ghost appears. Whoa! Well, look what we have here. The ghost voice creaks like ancient wood. Okay. Creaks like ancient wood. The names... I can't even imagine how to make a creaking... The name's Spooky Peter. He tips his hat. All right. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? You seem rude! Like maybe you're scared. Spooky Peter was really appropriate till he died. You trying to play mind games with me? I dig it, Spooky Peter. Like, maybe you've seen a ghost. Spooky Peter laughs. Or coughs. It's hard to tell. I don't know if he'd appreciate me saying that he's spooky, or saying that he's not spooky. Because he might, if I tell him that I'm not scared, he might be like, well, how dare you? I'm Spooky Peter. I don't know if they're required, but I'm sure that they do happen. You definitely are spooky. Thank you for saying so. Well, with a name like Spooky Peter, I would assume he takes pride in it. I've been doing this a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door. Since the Black Death took me in 65. 1665. Hi, Luke? You've seen a lot then. History happened. Wars. Revolutions. Mostly I read about these things. Mostly I keep to my own. Spooking and scaring. Gotten pretty good at it. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot, sick. Man, my throat is kind of whack. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. I try my best. Are we saying like we try to spook him? I don't. Neither of these seems like the proper neither of these seems to make sense in response to what he just said. This one vaguely. I guess they both do in a roundabout way, but they both seem like weird things. I try my best. Do you? Guess I see it. The potential, I mean. I can help with that. I'm quite spooky myself, thank you. Teach me your spooky ways! Now. Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. A rock has potential. Oh, excuse me. A rock has potential. Before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? I turn milk into worms. I make unplugged stereos blast music. I can pull my face off. I really want to impress Spooky Peter. I think who we're gonna try for is obvious for this first run. Spooky Peter negging us. Wormy milk sounds pretty gross. It's a party trick to end parties. I turn milk into worms. Gross or fair, huh? I suppose I could see that working. Especially if they're drinking the milk when it happens. I love that he's like got a little smile as he says that. Worms is a leap, though. Maggots will blend in a little better. People are spooked by the unexpected. Messing with something familiar with like that, it can be pretty spooky, for sure. No way are they going near milk again. Spooky Peter laughs. Or coughs. It's hard to tell. So how's that for a lesson? What else you got? But no, I appreciate it. I mean, was it be presumptuous to ask him for more already? I wish I could say useful, but also what else have you got? Give me more. Give me more of your spooky secrets. Spooky Peter. Good. There's more where that came from. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter is gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. Yeah, whatever sound you heard is probably Obi. And the bell. I mean, we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Ooh, bright. Another ghost appears. Hey! Wanna make some money? Do we want to make some money, stream? I know you told me to answer on my own. A super legit shark. Doesn't everyone?
Exactly. Everyone needs money. You get it.
But this is a singles mixer. How do you propose we make money? Like, on the one hand, this is a singles mixer, but at the same time, I definitely want to know where you're going with this, sir. Go on!
That's the good part. We take it.
Look at his little bitty smile.
Steal it.
I don't like stealing, but I do want to know more.
Well, use it. Use it to buy favors. Favors with the breathers. Influence. Information. The living always want the money. The living buy plenty. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks. Don't judge.
Nice to meet you, Leon.
Don't be making this personal. We rob a bank together? That's it. No more contact. At least not for a couple of months.
I don't want to get up because then Obi will be loud and noisy again. He's so comfortable right now. So, I don't rob banks. What if I want to rob more? A crippling addiction to robbing.
Whoa, whoa. Let's start with 1. If it goes off without a hitch, then maybe we'll go serial. The problem with robbing banks? People see the robbers.
Yeah, pitch it to anxiety, Ghost.
But you can't see a ghosty.
We can walk right in. How is that a problem, Leon?
Float that money right on out.
Ingenious, right?
It's a perfect crime.
There's no such thing. True facts. But nothing for sure, is it? Except death. Seems to me that makes us uniquely qualified. That's true. I mean, there's no harm in hearing you out. I mean, we've already heard him out.
No harm at all. At the very least, I'll break up all this gloom. It'll break up all this gloom in this room.
Leon looks around at the other ghosts.
Yeesh.
Bell rings.
Nuts. Time to switch seats. Don't worry, I'll be back. We got more to talk about.
The second round begins.
The other ghosts. Holy, they were awful. Leon's just a creep.
And Spooky Peter. The name is earned. Oof. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kyo. Sorry. I mean, I've never been to a mixer, but you're just putting me like, maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone here is actually here to date. Set them up with one another. There's no need to be sorry.
No need, sure. I'm still sorry, though. My anxiety gets the best of me.
Social situations are tough. This one especially. I'll be right back, gang. Man, I hope I'm not getting sick. That would blow. Coworker who's been out for most of the week with bronchitis came back today. Sounding and feeling much better, thankfully, but it does make me nervous. I'll be right back. Wait, did I say that already? Whatever, I'll be right back. I'll gargle some salt water before bed. So I guess we can just, Spooky Peter's been around. I think he's actually just dust. My rule? Never trust anyone who wears a hat. Well, bye. Bye, Kyo. The stuff he said to me. The hairs behind your neck know me. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. Damn, Spooky Peter! Like, you take the creepy, like the most uptight of the bunch and just hit right on them, huh? I mean, not like actually hit on them, but like not hitting on them in the sense of dating, because no one's actually doing that here. But you go all out. He said I had potential. If he sees something in you, I'd worry. Go to a medium. Try to get rid of that something. Maybe he's right, though. That's scary. You're scaring me. I'd see it clearer than if I were you. Your speed dates are going well, then? That just seems like an insensitive thing to say. I'm sure thankful for that. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. My favorite movie, I mean. Long live the new flesh! That's such a weird thing to say. But hey, if you're willing to tell me about it. Oh, please. Not you too. I'll give you the short version. Our ghost protagonist is kind of strange. I want to draw them when this is over, I think. Try and come up with a design. What we think they're like. Maybe we'll get to learn how we died. I'll give you the short version. I was in film studies, working my way towards a PhD. In debt. Always pretty sad. I had good friends, though. I was always studying. One weekend they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. Oh no! Did you drown? Is that why you're so drippy? Oh. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going. Did they throw you in the lake? Why didn't you just tell them I couldn't swim? I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box. Under 6 feet of dirt. That's when I felt deeper. Like I told you before. I hate thinking about it. Why do I always dwell on the bad stuff? Well, you are dead! The ultimate downer. I promise I can be fun. What should we do after this? Go swimming! How rude! Rude, ghostagonist! We could go see a movie. Tell me about your film critique nonsense. I do love movies. But that's not a great first date. Sitting quietly in the dark before we watch a movie. I need to get to know you better. Oh, you think he's the nervous ghost? That would have been good, yeah. Be sure you're watch a movie with me material. Sorry, I was too slow. Or rather, I was too quick on the draw. You could go to an art gallery? Art galleries depress me. Half the art is super sad. And all of it's better than anything I could do. Which just reminds me that I wasted my life. So I'm going to say no to art. Tell you what, I'll come up with something. Something a little different. Hopefully. Alright, let's see what you got. Aww! Little smile. He's definitely a wet blanket. Is that insensitive? I can't wait to do something with you. I want to be friends with all these ghosts. That isn't talking about myself. Sorry. See you after we're done. My spooky my spooky protege returns. Well, technically you came back to me. I don't think I moved. I mean, I guess it doesn't seem like we're actually moving at any point, but maybe we are. What knowledge do you seek, protege? Can I get them digits? Them ectoplasmic digits. I want to know it all. In time. A truly spooky ghost requires one thing. One thing above all else. Thank you. Patience. These are all good questions. I want to know the answer to all of them, honestly. What spooks Spooky Peter? Not much. Though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. What kind of beasts? The domesticates. Hounds. Felines. Cats I could see more easily because you're a burb. But I guess there are dogs that hunt birds too. Spooky folk like me rely on a certain covertness. I can't just be all clanging about, announcing myself. That's not so spooky. Dogs, they can smell Spooky Peter. They know I'm there. I'll shrink up into a corner in the dark. And sure enough, they'll find me. Start growling. Bark to sound the alarms. It's trouble, let me tell you. A real impediment. Something's rattling around in there. Oh wait, that was more of a cough than a wheeze, wasn't it? Sorry. I didn't realize until after I was done. I can't really do a wheeze on command. I want to know about the plague, but also please tell me if you're okay. I want to make sure that my master is fine. Pay the rattle. Excuse me. Let's see. Pay the rattle no mind. I died with it. It stays with me. You ever been to the mirror world? What's that? Senpai, tell me all about yourself. The place beyond this, but the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. Oh my god, Spooky Peter, you're so interesting! Tell me all of your weird stories. If you fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. Heck yeah, I'd love that! Maybe you think you'd like it. Saying it's another thing entirely. Some things, something spooky, even Spooky Peter. Mirror World date!
Okay, so, here's what I'm thinking. You come in with me, well, I get a third ghost to watch the door.
So do we keep doing, like... I kind of want to see if we can get him to talk about himself rather than continuing to talk about the heist. Tell me about you, Leon. We can plan later.
Why, though?
Yeah, right? I want to know how this guy died.
We got the time now. Might as well use it.
What if someone hears?
Good thinking. You're a careful one. I could see that coming in handy. Lord knows I could stand to be more careful.
Did you steal when you were alive?
You'd be surprised. Shh. Fran's coming. How's everything going over here?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to play this game more than just tonight. So if you want to mess around with, hang out with more of these ghosts and find out more about their lives and deaths, I'm all for it. Also, like I mentioned, there are plans to add more ghosts, so that's exciting.
Just great, Fran. I think I found the one. I'm glad to hear that, Leon. Carry on. Don't mind me. Just checking in. Do you think she knows?
Do you think she knows? Leon, I'm pretty sure you've tried this on every single person every time you come here. She probably knows. Hard to say.
The trouble with me is, it's hard not to talk about stealing. I stole candy when I was 9. Switched to stealing beer at 14. Stole my first car a year later. I hit up convenience stores, drive-ins, even held up a laundromat once. I threw my back out, carrying all those quarters.
Did you ever get caught?
Big or small, every heist has a hitch. 3 or 4 went so bad. I was in and out of jail, but it wasn't anything serious. Until I got a crew together. He's got a little smile as he says it. And started doing banks. Even country cops took that seriously. You from the country, Leon? Call me good after 5. I spent the rest of my life behind bars.
How did you die? He just said he spent the rest of his life behind bars. Yeah, I like his little smirk too. I mean, unless someone shanked him while he was, you know, in prison, which I guess is very possible. How did you die? Prison's a hard place, especially when no one trusts you. If there's anything I learned from my dishonest life, it's honesty. The bell rings. That's our time. You've heard my pitch, gotten to know me a little more than I like. So, what do you say? Help him out! Turn him down! Turn him in! Rude! Had an allergic reaction to fish. I mean, I do want to help him out, but I also want to see the others. If this is me, like if this is the decision point here, I'm gonna have to turn him down. I wonder what he says if you don't, you know, make him talk about himself as much. But we're gonna try and get all up with Pete, right? He probably hates when you call him Pete. Fair enough. You know the plan. You know me. If you change your mind, I'll be at this branch. At this time, Leon slides you a slip of paper. It's been a slice. I hope Senpai liked us enough to date us. Yeah! You arrived for your date with Spooky Peter. Well, I guess that's true. We all of them, we got potential, you know, dates with all of them. They all liked us by the end of it. Arrived for your date with Spooky Peter. A hall of mirrors at a roadside carnival. A clown's face, all smiles and menace, watches over the entrance. Welcome. Welcome to my home. Yeah, Kyo, do your best. We'll date you at some point, I promise. Hang in there, buddy. Inside are twisted corridors lined with mirrors, with only a slight reflection, especially disorienting to navigate these halls. Wait a second! Damn, Spooky Pete! I'm sorry, I said that you didn't like. I already established that you don't like that. Damn, Spooky Peter! Taking me to your house on the first date? Fresh! Spooky Peter leads you to a specific mirror taller than the others. The mirror's face is concave, as if to pull in everything around it. We are going into this mirror. Follow him! Together, you step inside the mirror. Welcome to the mirror world. Or as it's known here, Drawer it! That's the mirror world spelled backwards. I appreciate your dad. I appreciate your dad jokes. I love that disintegrating plague crow hat man who lives in an abandoned carnival also makes dad jokes. He's really like this game's got our number, and it's Spooky Peter. Do you see the eerie green? That is what happens when an image reflects itself. It takes on an eerie green. The more times a reflection is reflected, the greener it becomes. Just like this. Is that legit? But that is pretty green though. Thank you. Do not be afraid. Nothing here can hurt you. In the mirror world, the physical laws are upended. Am I really here? What? Or am I over here? Or am I over here? Perhaps it is all of the above. Or even nowhere at all. Okay, that's amazing. I thought you might be impressed. I have practiced these skills for ages. Centuries. It is not easy being green. So you told me that you read a lot of books about what happens in history. Did you also watch TV? Because I like the idea of Spooky Peter just sitting and watching the Muppets. So come with me. The spooking hour approaches. I know what time this. This ain't my first rodeo. That's 3 a.m. in case you're wondering.
Where are we going?
We are headed. We are headed to a brownstone. A walk-up I know quite well. The second floor apartment, in a house going on 100 years. A student of the arts named Paul has moved in. He heard the rumors. The house is haunted, they said. He ignored them. The cost was worth the fear. Together you and Spooky Peter fly through the void, passing countless mirrors in reverse, each peering into a life still being lived. Each mirror in the living world is actually a door, staring into one long enough in the dark, or saying a spirit's name 3 times. That's like knocking. After a short trip through oblivion, you arrive at a particularly decorative mirror. A splendid haunt. Spooky Peter leads you through the mirror glass into a long hall lined with bricks on one side. There are still boxes in the hall. The mirror you step through is propped up against the wall. Still moving in, huh? At the far end is a massive kitchen with original marble tile that does well to hide its age. I like this font. I wonder if this is the handwriting. The creators. I mean, it's obviously a font, but it's got a handwritten quality to it that I like. Even if it isn't the creators, it's nice. Paul is sleeping. Let's get to spooking. Spooky Peter leads you through the closed bedroom door, where a man in his 20s is sound asleep on a mattress. He is snoring loudly. Spooky Peter floats to one shadowy corner by the open window, then motions for you to do the same. The curtain flaps over Peter's shadowy visage. He stands silently, hat bent slightly forward. He's just standing there. Come on! Didn't you remember he said that it's all being a world-class spook is all about patience. But if he's sleeping, flickering the light probably won't do anything. Should we shake the bed? Patience, protege. The aim is to be a presence, not a threat. Spooky Peter stands motionless for several minutes. Wait, no. 40 minutes! 40 minutes of doing nothing but standing there! Finally, he moves away from the corner. Watch, protege, as I tighten the knot. Spooky Peter sinks into the hardwood floor. The old wood lets out a loud creak, 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 as steady as a pulse. Paul is still snoring. Peter moves into the ceiling and starts to scratch. Like raspy breaths. Paul is still snoring. Paul! Peter is starting to look annoyed. Look at his face. He floats over to Paul and peeks in his ear. Some sort of orange foam. It obstructs his ear canal. They're called earplugs, Peter. Preventing him from hearing us. Again, I am thwarted by the progress of man. Scratch on the wall! never pointless. You scratch with one nail, long and deep, above Paul's head. It leaves a long vertical line in the plaster. So we can make an arrow pointing down, an arrow pointing up, or make it a cross. Right? I want to teach Senpai about modern things. The arrow pointing down at him would probably be the spookiest. Up. Right, so up. Yeah, look, it makes me look a target. Okay. Boogie, are you saying to go with up? Or are you agreeing with somebody? Yeah, cross, I don't want to bring religion into it. Make him obsess about the ceiling. A puzzling symbol. This is good. You will most certainly fret over its meaning. The fear this will sow brings me butterflies. I am proud of you, protege. Ah, senpai! Truly, you are spooky this day. Blah! Spooky Peter leads you back into the hallway mirror. Back through this weird mirror world of his. A fractal realm on the dull side of the Tane. What he said. Eventually, you reach the mirror that leads back to where you came in. Well, I don't think this is dating, but I love this relationship we formed with this spooky ghost. Well, this is me. Thank you for your company. I'm pleased. Before we return to the physical world, I should warn you. Time behaves differently in the mirror world. What may have felt like hours was in fact years. Damn! Spooky Peter, you could have told me that beforehand. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, I'm dead, so... But still, a decade has passed since we began this date. But wait, does that mean... Like, we... Because you imply that you've gone and checked on the guy who, you know, on Paul. But if years happen in the process of, you know, doing there, maybe he was taking his time to get there this time, showing off a bit. Yeah, right? Yeah, Leon robbed the bank without us. Spooky Peter! Spooky Peter, please! I speak in jest. It's barely been the length of a talkie. He calls it a talkie! The look of fear on your face. Spooky Peter spooked you good. He tips his hat to say goodbye. Ah! Peter, More dust falls off the brim. Guess I'll be seeing you. A breeze picks up and the rest of him blows away. This guy is I don't even want it as the other ghost because we made a terrible mistake by picking him first because the others are just they're not gonna compare. But I do absolutely want to date the others. I gotta see them. But Peter! Sorry about this one. What is that? Sorry about what? My best friend and mentor. So there's a lot of ghosts that we just haven't met yet. I assume that this actually takes you through the... Ooh! I figured it would just take us through the event, which you can here, but it also gives us facts. Spirit of Malice, years alive, 1631 to 1665. Bubonic Plague. Spooky Peter isn't his real name. It's the one he was given by an author of famous, totally true ghost stories. Having been dead for 4 centuries now, Spooky Peter is the oldest ghost at speed dating by a mile. In life, he works as a doctor, notably treating victims during the last significant outbreaks of the plague in London. The disease would ultimately claim him. Yeah, I mean, he did. We knew he died of the plague, but it definitely got the vibe of him being a doctor. He was born old. He's got an old soul. I want to go do this date again and pick other options to see what he has to say. That's how I do with dating sims. But first... Where do we go? Where do we go? Which room do we go into? I forgot, there's still so many rooms we haven't checked out. By that I mean there's 2. There's 2 other rooms we haven't checked out. Each with 3 new ghosts. Yeah, palm room is what's speaking to me. Though I do want to know what's up with Heist. The Room of Palms. It looks like the basement of an old church. Faded linoleum floors. Spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. I was thinking of Faith briefly there. The basement in the house. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Also the demo of the second game. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. A bell rings and a ghost appears. Well, hey man. Sup? I'm Riley. Did you have a football accident, Riley? Look at his little face. You're pretty hot for a ghost. Whoa, buddy! Hey, sorry. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm glad. I appreciate that he apologized. This ghost has abs. Isn't it cool we all say the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. Though, if they say we're pretty hot for a ghost, and he died young, and thinks we're attractive, we're probably not ancient. You're not even gonna ask my name? What do we want to know? I mean, I want to know all of these. So his school's team was like the Jaguars or Cheaters or something, right? How'd you die? Oh wow, so a long story. True, maybe he just has a skin condition. Or maybe he's just got lots and lots of freckles. He was hella ginger in life before football head. I was a wide receiver in high school and got real good. When it came time for college, bam! Full scholarship! But football's rough. When you catch passes like I did, you take a lot of blows. Yeah. After a while, I started getting headaches. He says it with this pleasant look on his face. I get dizzy just standing up. But I kept on playing. Had to. I mean, these were my best years. Until one day, intracranial hematoma. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. He seems pretty chill about it. I don't want to, you know, ruin his buzz. He seems to be... So it's not all bad. I try not to let how I died define me. So many ghosts have sad stories. I want to make the best of this. Have some fun. Be the best Riley I could be. It's just hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. Right? I wasn't gonna say anything about not letting it define him when he's got a football coming out of his head, but you know. It's just like when we were alive. Damn, Riley! I was expecting you to be a stupid, flirty jock, but you actually got a good head on your shoulders. Everyone always telling me who I was. Without bothering to learn who I am. So who are you? I'm still figuring that out. Without my division high receiving yards. And all the cheering in the stands. I couldn't decide between Deep and the other one. I probably should have gone with Deep because that's basically exactly what I said. And hi, Joe! This is Speed Dating for Ghosts. You should definitely watch the recording because we met we already met best ghost. And went on a spooking date with them. With our new ghost senpai. Who is Riley? Someone with heart! That's corny. How could there be a best ghost? Okay, you say that, Joe, but wait until you meet Spooky Peter. That's what Coach would always tell me. You've got heart, Riley. Hold on to that, kid. Maybe he was onto something. Bell rings. Oh, snap! Halftime! Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. Buddy, you just said that you try not to live the way you died to fight it, but I guess that's the way you lived too, honestly. So, whatever, I'll allow it. Another ghost appears. Hey. I love sunshine. The ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. Nope, don't want anything to do with you, stinky. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. Yeah, I wonder what he died from. He actually died in a smokestack, a terrible smokestack accident. The cigarette is just a habit. They let you smoke in here? I didn't ask. Won't make much difference now. My name's Vera. That, or the lady in smoke. That's what the ghost hunters call me. The lady in smoke. Yeah, I was just thinking about off, yes. This game's art gives me off vibes. Mortis sort of vibes. Ghost hunters? Living weirdos trying to prove we exist. Hunter sounds dramatic. Gives them too much credit. For years now, I've haunted Vegas. The glitzier condominiums on the strip. Obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up rich fools at night. She'll smile as she says that. Shrouded in gray smoke. Jangling pennies. Wailing, pay the price! And junk like that. That's pretty cool. Thanks, hon. Spent lots of time working on it. I like where they choke on the smoke. Choke themselves awake. Then they see me. Floating at the foot of the bed. Looking ready for our funeral. It works. Except when the smoke alarm goes off. Then it's not as scary. Come here. disconnecting the alarm makes sense, but it's harder. I mean, it's been established that you have to concentrate a lot to interact with physical objects. Did you die in Vegas? I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. Ah, well that explains why you harassed the rich. It was back in the boom. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s, it was a wonderland. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, bad suits, always eating peanuts and tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money. Got it any way he could. Never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. You know what, Vera? I'm sorry I judged you. You're pretty cool. I don't like smokers, though. But you're pretty cool. Anyway, that's me. What brings you to this thing? Like, even if she just put out the cigarette, if she wanted to blow smoke out her back, I'm fine with that. But cigarette, not so much. I feel like, I mean, I want to say, can we talk more about you, but I don't want to be rude. She asked about me. So turning it back around again seems... Hey, no problem. Happy Valentine's Day, or have a good evening. I probably need to go to bed here soon too, because I have to get up early again. But let's get through this session. Wait, shit. Because we still have 2 rounds of ghost dating to do. Whatever, let's just roll. Sleeps for the week. I was bored. Pretty hard for a ghost to get bored. It's almost impressive. I guess it does get old though. Floating. Moving through stuff. You start to take it for granted. Like the living do with breathing. And eating food. What food do you miss most? Liver and onions. Little happy face? Nothing beats a good chunk of liver. The bloodier the better. He'll clean you out. Bell rings. Guess that's the bell. We have to pick this up later. See ya. This is actually much more charming than I imagine actual speed dating is. Oh hey! Hi there! I like your shifty look there. Hey. Hey. I'm Stephanie. But you can call me Steph. Everybody does. What are you wearing? That seems like a weird thing to say. Do we... I mean, like, what if she's not wearing anything in particular? Yeah, this mysterious pile is very interesting. But do we want to call her on it? They do look like they've got a mask on, that's true. What are you wearing? Just something I threw on. Oh, who am I kidding? I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. Putting my face on. You look nice. Thank you. That's sweet of you to say. Her eyes dilated. I mean, got narrow. I mean, like tiny. Yeah, it feels kind of like a map to me. I mean, I do feel awkward. But really, I don't feel too bad. Like, these have been pretty chill dates. What brings you to speed dating? I've been single for a while. At first, it was great. I did what I wanted to do. Taught myself some Japanese. Played my clarinet every day without fail. Can you play your clarinet when you're dead? I mean, I guess so, apparently. But hell yeah, clarinet solidarity. I allowed myself time to get to know the real me. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much. Stephanie! You seem like a champ, Stephanie. Tell me about your cat. Clarence. After the angel. But he's more of a demon. Especially around food. You know how most cats have this pleasant meow? Almost a meow. Clarence wails and what? Really? Go on, Stephanie. Tell me more. I have another point of solidarity with you. All raspy like he's dying. Or dead. You probably think I'm so weird. We're all a little weird. I suppose it beats being normal. There's nothing worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say after like 10 minutes. That's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive. You know, you're not the first person to tell me that tonight. Tell me about learning Japanese. I thought I'd pick it up easy. Since it's so far removed from English. It's such an art to drawing the characters. But there are so many. First you learn hiragana. Those are the basic characters for sounds. Then katakana. For words taken from other languages. By the time I learned all those, I thought I was getting pretty good. And then came kanji. There are thousands of kanji characters. It's overwhelming. You have an eternity to learn. If only. I'll die before I learn the language. Steph. Exactly? What do you mean? We're a ghost, remember? If only. Steph! Steph, what's going on with you? Sometimes I wish I was a ghost. Steph, are you a living person who just, like, snuck in to ghost speed dating? Through, like, some sort of, like, medium or ritual? Like, not dead. That would be terrible. But a ghost. All ephemeral and timeless. I'm not gonna push this. I'm just gonna say it's pretty great. What do you mean? Oh, I was hoping that we could just pretend that we were dead and she was not. You're dead. Are you threatening me? Because that is super not cool. I'm gonna tell Fran. She'll ban you. I don't understand. I understand extremely well. You're a jerk. And possibly dangerous. What is up with you, Steph? And after the bell? That bell right there? I'm gonna talk to Fran about your behavior. Goodbye, jerk. Well, I guess we won't be getting a date with Fran. I mean, with her tonight. Maybe next time. Sorry, Steph. Sup? I'm Riley again. So, like, what should we talk about now? Got any dating tips? Dating tips, huh? I like his game face. I'm only a player on the field. Offit loves no game for me. I just try to be real. And I ask the same of others. Get out of here, Flux. I'm dating ghosts. It's pretty simple, actually. That's rude. I like you, Riley. I like you too. Wow, that bell rang really fast. So, like, I was thinking, it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked in on them. Who do we get? I mean, I guess we'll say that's not our thing for now, because I would like that, but not right now. I have to figure out what's up with these other weirdos. Bummer. But hey, I understand. I think maybe we count this as a loss. There's always next time, though. Hello again, Sunshine. Good to see you back around. We already talked a bit about how I lived. The Vegas life. My crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died. Yes, please! I'm honestly curious. It's speed dating. Might as well lay my cards out. They might be scales. We couldn't figure out if it's like spots. My first thought it was that with some sort of like markings like you see in a big cat, like a cheetah or jaguar or something, because you know maybe that was what his sports team was. Maybe he was super ginger when he was alive. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice, the boss's son, said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino. You had a daughter? Sure did. I was a single mom in the 50s, in case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. The casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in and led me to the blackjack tables, where my boss was waiting, dead on the floor. Oh, well that explains why the son was complaining about a lack of clean shirts. You kill your pops? Casino boss son? Maybe if we date her, we get to see the daughter. Blood soaking into the burgundy carpet. I'm interested to see how this plays in with you, unless he killed you too after you confronted him. Where was his son standing next to his pops? He smiled when he saw me. You'll make this go away, he said. I nodded. 2 guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove. The other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Did you like this song? I mean, I assume you probably didn't know the men. No. When I say son, you probably picture a kid. 20 or so? This guy was going on 45. He'd inherited his dad's thirst for power, but not his loyalty. I kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved. A hole in the sand. Did you confront the son? Not a chance. By the time we got back to the strip, the casino was open. Busy as ever. And the son was out making funeral arrangements. A heart attack, they were calling it. Sudden, unexpected, tragic, horse crap. But how did you die? I went home alone. Locked all the doors and windows. Turned off all the lights and waited. Nothing happened. Until I nodded off. I woke up to an intense heat. Took a deep breath. Sucking in hot black smoke. Oh no! They set you on fire. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down. After making sure I wasn't sighted. What about your kid? I made sure she was taken care of. I had a bunch of money stashed away. We have finishes. When I talk about the furnace thing, I did. I'm sorry, Vera. You're pretty cool. Had a bunch of money stashed away. My brother in Tulsa. Hey! Yeah, what's up? I grew up there, Vera. Nice place. For a long time, I couldn't bear to see her. And by the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. I don't even know if she's still alive. Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink? And try not to let the past haunt us? Even for just an hour? It does explain why she's hairless, yes. So, hey. Steph came to talk to me about what you said. Am I in trouble? No. As you may have already guessed, Steph didn't know she had died. So, when you said you're dead, she thought you were threatening her. I don't know how she went this long. Some deep denial at work, maybe. Anyways, she wants to talk to you again. But go easy on her, okay? I'm sure you remember when you died. The confusion, it's not fun. These mixers are supposed to be fun. Try to keep them that way, okay? Okay. Okay! So I talked to Fran. Sorry I freaked out before. I chose my words poorly. You were direct. You're dead. Maybe I needed to hear it bluntly.
It's just, this is so weird. I still feel alive. Just, like, dissociated? Like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt it a lot when I was alive, too. What was your life like? It was difficult. Except, not really. Mostly, life was pretty good. Good job? Honestly, I never really had a job. I didn't work during high school. And I, got sick of my first year of college. Wait, did I say sick? Oh, thank you. Did she say sick by or sick of? Well, whatever. Sick? This is hard to talk about. Friends said we should just have fun. I had cancer. Oh no! A brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. I started getting headaches. And feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong. Out of place. It's hard to describe.
Both of these are insensitive answers. Poor Steph. What was the treatment like? It was rough. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me it was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. Steph leaves the room. Bye, Steph! If you hurry, you could catch up to her. See if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date with a ghost with Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk. Nor is she the infamous lady in smoke. You want to get a drink with Vera? Because I kind of want to get a drink with Vera. I feel like she's the one we learned most about. In this run. They're all really good kids, but I feel like if we're gonna do Riley, we should have agreed to go to the game with him. I feel like, though I am curious if saying no to that, but still doing it, like, if that even works. They were all nice. Let's go with Vera for this time. Eventually, we'll date all of them. You meet Vera outside. She's smoking in the dark. Took you long enough. Not really, though. I'm just kidding around. I love how we've gotten, like, an old man senpai and, like, a chain-smoking mom. We got both mommed and dadded at this speed dating event. You thought you were looking for a significant other, but what you found was a family. So what do you want to do? The worlds are. Vera stops talking. She seems distracted all of a sudden. You hear that? I didn't hear anything. I heard a voice. There it is again. A voice. Did you hear it this time? I still didn't hear it. I'm hearing a second voice. This one sounds familiar. Are we gonna help you find your daughter? Because I would love that. Like the way I'd sound. If if someone recorded me. Me, but not me. Where are the voices coming from? The voices are in my head, but also far away. The voice is calling out to me. Oh no, is your mom trying to reach? I mean, is your daughter trying, like, wanting to talk to her mom? It's saying, Vera, are you there? We are trying to reach Vera. Oh my goodness! Our date has turned into a seance! What? Dead on the 5th of November, 1954. And then the other voice, the one that sounds so familiar. It says, where are you, Mom? Oh no, my daughter. I'm sorry. I have to go. I have to find her. Can I come with? Yeah, I think you'd better. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. It sounds like my daughter, but, well, you know what I've done. It might be nice to have some backup. You follow Vera to the source of the voices in her head. A small bungalow in a quiet street on the other side of town. There's a square hedge around the front yard, and a neon sign in the window. Oh, I like the neon sound effect that they put when they said that, when it did that. Psychic readings. Know the future. Know yourself. Let's go inside. Inside, the house is dark, except for a dim room towards the back lit by trembling candles. Two people are seated at a table, facing each other. One is a young woman dressed in black with multiple piercings. She appears to be the psychic and playing the part with witchy flair. The second woman sits across from her. The woman is in her 70s, wearing wireframe glasses and a long black dress. She looks like a retired librarian. That's my daughter. Is this a seance? It sure looks that way. What happens now? I feel a presence. Vera's daughter opens her eyes. Mom, are you there? Come on, Vera! Your mother is here. She may not be able to speak, but she is listening. Mom? I sense two presences. Two? Yes. One is unknown to me. The psychic breathes in deeply. You may now ask your mother a question. Perhaps you got a little cold chill. Perhaps you will respond, Mom? It's Jane. I need to know what happened. How you really died. The police, the papers, they all said it was an accident. But I found your letters, Mom. What did they do to you? I can't tell her what happened. It's too hard. Can you say something to her? I need her to know I'm out there. I'm just not sure I can do it. Tell Jane her mom really, I mean, she wants to know. And it's not that Vera has a problem with telling her that she died. It's just that she can't bring herself to do it. Yeah, let's tell her the truth. The psychic repeats what you say, word for word. The letters were all true. Every word. I'm sorry I left you. I did it so you could live. Jane begins to cry. You didn't leave me. They took you from me. I was only a little girl. I'm so sorry, Mom. I miss you so much. I miss you too. Aww. That was nice. I'm really glad that we got to meet the daughter. That was nice. I mean, sad, but nice. So that's... Oh wait, we gotta go see her information. Hang on. Ah, ashes, of course. Spirit of Despair. Better known as Lady of Smoke, Bear is a bit of a celebrity in the ghost world. She lived a very long and eventful life as a secretary and then personal assistant to an infamous Vegas casino owner in the early years of the Strip. The elite gig put the best drinks in Bear's hands, but it sure put her out, as she found herself at the whims of childish, overrich men who demanded everything of her and had no qualms making life miserable for good people. She died in a house fire under suspicious circumstances, taking a multitude of secrets with her, and has since haunted the hotels and mansions of wealthy men, bringing folly to any who misuse their power. Hell yeah, Vera! Yeah, and I'm glad we got closure. So that's Speed Dating for Ghosts. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday when we could pick this up and play it some more if you'd like. There's so many good ghosts to hang out with. What a charming game. I'm glad I finally got to play it. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be an urn with the fire since. Good night, gang. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you Saturday.